Warning, this podcast contains spoilers.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the E17 podcast for Once Upon a Time. This is Season 7, Episode 17, Chosen. I am your host, Jacob, and with me I have Nikki.
Hey.
And Rachel.
Hello. And no, I did not braid my hair because Gretel.
But Gretel.
But Gretel.
I didn't even think about it until after. I'm like,
Well, no, don't say that though. Just say it was all fine.
yeah, it was all purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. R.I.P. Gretel.
Oh. Well, we know from last week, Henry was done kidnapped by Hansel, the bitch. And then he was going after Zelina, which, I was triggered.
You're triggered. I'm triggered!
That bothers me. I don't like it. But this was a very Zelina heavy episode, which I'm all for.
It was a great episode.
I do like we got the backstory with Hansel and Gretel, though. I do like that.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they kept saying, like last episode, Hansel kept saying, you wrote about Hansel, but it's not me. It's not the same Hansel. I had a different story, and
he didn't know you, okay?
Yeah. If we didn't get that story, then what's the actual point? But I'm so glad we did, because it explained a lot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And this whole explaining why you want to kill Zelina.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it. Hansel and Gretel, the same story, the cookie house, whatever else. Zelina comes in, do a little showdown with the candy witch.
This Hansel and Gretel is an Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that I don't know how that works. As far to my knowledge, as an Oz historian, because it's totally a real place, there are no gingerbread houses in Oz.
I think she was a displaced witch from somewhere, and that's where she made her. Because we got the different realms and stuff like that, so that possibly, even though we had two enchanted forests, well, they might have the same Oz. They go to the same Oz.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It had seemed like she'd just been there, and Zelina's like, "Get the fuck out of my territory!"
Well, no, she was like, "There can only be one witch here."
Even though
I don't know, her house just seemed like no pun intended, but it's going to be one. It just seemed like her house was just dropped there. In the middle of the night.
that happens more often,
Yeah.
Actually,
but we don't know how that got there. So, but either way, Zelina did not want another witch in her.
It feels like this was early in Zelina's part of that group. It could have possibly, they didn't have a witch in that particular spot for a while. So Miss Cookie Candy Witch was there this whole time and could have just been there. And when Zelina took over, she's like, okay, now get out.
Something like that. She could have very well easily.
Zelina got her ass kicked, and I didn't like it.
I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny too. She was a little cocky. That's why I think it was early on.
Because Zelina has not come into her own yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do love the whole Hansel and Gretel's father.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to help her out. He helped her by not taking her in and make sure he doesn't die.
I thought it was so awesome, and then it wasn't.
And the thing.
And then the children.
Yeah.
They ruined everything. I'm just kidding.
Well, they did.
They did in this case, yes.
Well, Hansel and Gretel have been, fuck Hansel and Gretel. They're two little shits. I don't like them in either version we've had of them.
I mean, I hate when someone paints a color with a broad stroke over everyone. Like, oh, this one witch was bad to me, so all of them are bad. Or one person was bad to me. All of them are bad. I mean,
initially, Zelina abandoned them there, left them there with the witch after she got her ass whooped. But she got her ass whooped. She couldn't fight back, so she had to recover. Kids don't really see in that kind of line.
You gotta put the oxygen mask on yourself before you put it on your child.
Yeah.
I think that's how it goes.
I mean, that's basically it, though. I mean, it was like, she had to take care of herself first before she could take care of the kids. Because even
she wasn't going to.
She wasn't going to, but their dad made her, change her mind. But
yeah,
this is how I know it was early, because she had said many times before that she had got a glimpse of love, but never got to hold on to it. And this is probably one of those turning points for her where she decided to go down the complete wicked path. And like, you could tell she was trying to hold on to, like, oh, I'm wicked. And like, you could see, like, her heart was just overflowing. Like, she was falling in love with this man. She wanted to care for his kids because, he cared so much about them. And she wanted to change. She wanted to be good. But Hansel had to be a little prick.
He was. She was just going to leave. She was just going to leave. She wasn't going to do anything to him. And he was just like, I'm going to come after. He tries to stab her. Seriously?
And then you burn his hands off. Well, they're not. She burned his hands
arms
off.
But yeah.
Yeah. That was a little overboard.
Well, play with a witch. Going to get burned.
Yeah. I mean, she could find another way to teach him a lesson, but...
Yeah, turn him into a frog or something.
Yeah.
Turn him into a slug and then
it was definitely
monkey. That's her thing.
I think that was definitely a turning point for her.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed she only had the one flying monkey for a while?
Yeah, there was only one.
So like this could have been the start of her army.
Maybe.
No,
but we also know that this was the start of Gretel going down to the witch path or power path. It's like she had to have some kind of magical inkling in order to even have that. So she had to have some kind of magical in her.
I mean, when you live in Oz or in the Enchanted Forest, you always have a potential for magic. You just have to be taught the right way. So
I wonder who taught her. I wonder if she went. Oh my gosh! What if she got taught by the witch that captured her?
What?
Because
the blind one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
now
she's
the blind
one who blinded her. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What if she got taught by her? Because
why
she makes things into candy drops.
Yeah,
I mean, why would you go back to that witch? But I mean,
but she can't do anything to her because she's a blind witch. She probably says like, "I'll help you out around the house and shit, but you have to teach me."
Maybe.
I need to find out where this toilet paper is. I can't see.
Ew.
Not that kind of. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I understand where Nick / Jack / Hansel's coming from. And when he was talking about, his time with Henry, it was pure. It was like he was really friends with him. He was really, he was Jack, and that's what he liked. And, he made a name for himself. But there was, there's just other side to him that he couldn't deny anymore.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think it would have been easier if, there were still adventures and, they were still like, looked at as, Hero Jack and Hero Henry and all that stuff. And like, he became one of the family. Like, they basically made him godfather of Lucy. Is that? Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
like that, yeah.
To like, bring him in and, make him feel wanted and loved so that he could move on would have been good. But when the curse happened, he became Nick. He grew to love Jacinda and Lucy as his own, and then it got ripped away again, kind of like it opened this big wide hole, and that Hansel character creature came out, that psychopath.
Speaking of the psychopath, let's go to this little thing that's going on. Henry and Hansel and the place and the phone and the texting Jacinda saying everything's fine. I'm in New York.
But it's just, it's so weird with Nick. It was like, I mean, the way he described it, I understand. He's just like, I didn't want to be Hansel anymore. I wanted to, just be someone else. But just like Zelina trying to run away from her past, you can't run away from it.
No.
No.
But
Zelina deals with it.
You can accept it and move on. There's different ways of dealing with your past, and I feel like that's a main problem all these characters have in Once Upon a Time.
Yeah, he needed to. And granted, he needed to probably confront Zelina, but not the way.
Not try to kill her. Confront
her.
No, that's not, because she's going to run you over with a car, which did not happen this episode, and I'm disappointed.
She did really I think she overpowered him. I was really surprised.
She did, but I wanted her to run him over with a car.
So did I. It's kind of like that thing that you're always expecting to Zelina do now because it was so fantastic the first time around.
Did anyone else get a whole Emma vibe when he was talking to and Henry was trying to convince him that he believed? Yeah. We'll do this. Well,
and then
she was taking
it was it did.
It was the same thing she did to the Mad Hatter.
Well, I mean, she also went to Henry that one time. I don't think she told him directly, but he overheard her calling him crazy, and the reaction that Henry had when he was younger was basically the same reaction Hansel had at first. Was like, "Wow, you're not the person I thought you were."
He isn't the person, and I think he thought showing him the DNA test would break him out, but it didn't. It confused Henry even more.
Yeah,
he's totally confused now. He's like, what the hell's going on? I think it's going to take more than that to get him to wake up.
And I thought he was going to wake up this episode after this whole little debacle, this little shenaniganery.
I was hoping. I'm sick and tired of everybody being in the fucking dark.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. We have Zelina, who, she said, maybe being Kelly wasn't so bad. She had her spin class, and
that's true.
She had a fiance.
She tried freakinism.
Yeah.
Eating from a trash wasn't my best thing, but
going to Trader Joe's with her husband, not her husband. She has a fiance who she left.
Okay, don't knock Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's.
I didn't say it was bad. I'm just saying that's probably where she went.
That's probably either that or a whole paycheck. Whole Foods.
Oh, yeah, we don't want to go there. I've actually never been inside of a Whole Foods.
But no, I mean, and when she talked to Regina about it, Regina understood. She's just like, you go back. You came when I needed you. You go back and you have your life because that's what you deserve. You deserve to be happy. Zelina deserves to be happy.
Well, so does Regina, but who the fuck is helping her out?
She's helping herself though, because Kelly basically has everything that she needs to be happy. She has Margot and she has her fiance, and she was enjoying being that spin teacher.
She's like a vacation.
Regina, even as Ronnie, she didn't have everything she wanted. She was unhappy. And when she woke up, she realized that having her family was going to make her happy. So now that she's working towards that, and to say, Zelina, go have your life is just, it's going to make things harder for Ronnie to achieve her goal, but it's
and kind of in a way, but not really, because she's letting her sister be happy. She's giving someone else a chance to happiness.
Yeah,
great.
But Regina's goals, she needs assistance because she can't exactly break this spell on her own. But she's making that sacrifice by letting Zelina be happy. So it'll take her longer, but she doesn't care.
I think Zelina's a valuable ally, but Zelina's been on this journey.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't had the small moments of happiness that she's had have been ran over by the metaphorical car.
Mm-hmm.
And then she had to kill the one man who probably did love her, but not enough. And Then
Are you talking about Hades?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna puke.
Yeah, I didn't want to say the name, but you know, I want to go back to that. But that happens. Like that has had a shitty life, and so like you know, it's like the opportunity is now. Like you don't take it, like it's probably not going to come back. So I'm happy that Selena was able to find that.
I mean, at least she told her fiance everything, and he just accepted everything except for the fairy tale part.
That might
because I think
scare him away.
That's a little much to swallow. But
I feel like it's going to come out.
It might. It might not. You don't know. We won't know because there's not another season. Anyways.
But we're not mad. Well, can we talk about Sabine and Naveen? Little rhymey names and Naveen.
They're cute.
They're cute, but it's all fake. I don't like it.
I know. Well, I feel like Naveen does really feel for her, but what he's doing is because of Facilier, he has no choice in the matter. And it doesn't. And he's like, "Oh, I'm done. I did what you want me to do." He's like, "Yeah, I'm done when you're done when I say you're done."
And he's awake, and he can't really just tell Sabine, "Hey, yo, yeah, guess what?"
Yeah.
You can't. And right now, we don't know what their relationship really is. I mean, you can know because the movie, but we know things aren't always like the movie. But right now, we know is they met each other and went hunting for an alligator.
I feel like they were trying to, in that particular episode, they were definitely trying to make it so that Sabine was falling for him, but Facilier ripped him away again. So I feel like even there is a connection between Tiana and Naveen. As far as Sabine and whatever his name is in Hyperion Heights world, in our world, they have a much bigger history than Tiana and Naveen.
They have a much bigger made-up history.
Yeah.
They're basically rivals at this point. That's what they were. They were pastry. They were rivals.
Because they went to school together. And, it's competition always in school like that. So, but still, it's more history. And it doesn't seem like they have any animosity between each other. Like she went out of her way to teach him how to make her beignets, not revealing her secret ingredient, but showing him how she makes them. So, I mean, would you do that to a really, I think they're more friends now.
Hates him or anything, but I know there has to be some kind of feelings because when they were like close together, he was like almost like I want to hug you or I want to kiss you or something, and she was just like, "What's going on?" I don't know.
It's a little awkward.
Yeah, awkward.
She's so invested in Jacinda and Henry's relationship right now. I don't think she even thought that maybe getting
She's
together.
She's invested in that and in her beignets.
Yeah,
that's about it. Right now, Sabine she's very focused on what she wants, and right now she's not letting anything deter her from.
Yeah, she's determined, just like Tiana. That's one attribute she didn't lose coming over.
Granted, in the movie too, she didn't like Naveen at the beginning either.
Well, who did, honestly? I mean,
he was pompous and entitled, even though he had no money. He was broke.
Because he came from that. He did have money at one time, so he just never changed.
But he didn't bring the money. He wasn't allowed to get the money back when he came over. How did he get on the boat? Because
he thought that's what he had to do. He had to keep up that because that's what everyone expected.
Yeah, but how are you going to eat?
He didn't care. That's what happens. But, being turned into a frog humbles a person.
And then almost getting eaten and shot and all the other things.
But yeah, I'm very curious to how they're going to end their story.
The frogs at the end of the movie. I would like that. Remember the end of the movie? They were like, at the end of the movie, they said, "Oh, we're going to save frogs for." No. What's wrong with you?
Now, what they're gonna do, everybody's gonna come together, and Facilier is gonna get pulled into the underworld, and Tiana and Naveen can be together.
And open up a restaurant.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Oh, because at the end of the movie, they open up the restaurant. And
Okay. They have their truck right now, so they'll just, maybe franchise.
Right now,
maybe they will build a restaurant
that's themed to a truck. Northwest. They live in the Pacific Northwest. So I'm going to tell you this right now: food trucks make more money than restaurants right now.
Yeah, well, here too.
Can we have the facade of the restaurant be a truck, and you open up the back of the truck?
Well, we do have places that.
And then you'll have trucks inside the truck-themed restaurant.
No, we do have places. We have a place called Cartlandia, which is a whole bunch of carts. They're basically permanently there, or they rent space, and then you go there, park, and then you walk around and go to different carts. So there are places. It's like a mall of food carts.
A mall of that sounds delicious.
Actually.
Yeah, there's a boardwalk nearby where there's usually just a whole train load.
We don't.
Yeah, there's these ones that this guy wakes up at 4:00 in the morning to stick pork and brisket and everything on his barbecue for the day.
I'm hungry now. We don't have food trucks.
Yeah, and right next to his food cart is a place where they make homemade mac and cheese. All different types of homemade mac and cheese. It is the most dangerous corner of the food cart area ever. So dangerous.
No, we don't have that here. We just have Mexican ladies on the street selling tamales and mop buckets.
That sounds delicious. And hygienic.
It's actually really good.
Oh. I guess there's, first for everything eventually. Maybe. Not.
No, if you come here, we gotta go just to a random street corner and find a mop bucket. Oh my god. You'll find people out on the street with milk carts, and then they'll have like a cookie sheet with the fire under the cookie sheet, and they're making bacon wrapped hot dogs.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what we have here. It's great.
Oh.
Let's talk about food. Let's stop. I think, did we miss anything this episode? This is a pretty straightforward episode. Not a lot of subplots.
I mean,
we got
as far as because we're going to stay on Facilier and Naveen right now because that led to Facilier getting one of the beignets and some of the powder onto a voodoo doll that later on kills Nick.
Uses it to kill.
Yeah. And we found out that Facilier was the one that woke up Nick in the first place after the blood test when Lucy was in the hospital when she was the thing with Anastasia. That was before.
Well, he's using other people to do his dirty work. He thought that Nick would go straight for Mother Gothel, which he should have because she's the one that is the pimple of the whole thing.
I mean,
she's the epicenter of everything.
Yeah.
And he went after the blind witch because of what he did, what she did to him. And then when he went out, he was doing all these side projects of his life. He was like, no, that is not the reason why I woke you up. You need to do my dirty work. Because he doesn't want to get his hands dirty. And that's just him. He doesn't want to get his hands dirty. If he can use someone else to do it, he's going to do it.
Or your dolls to do it for you.
But what I don't understand is what does the beignet have to do with Nick in regards to voodoo?
It's like this weird, essence of a person thing you love most. I don't know.
I don't know what it was.
Does Sabine grind up cut fingernails and put them into the dough? Did she find some of Nick's fingernails, grind them up?
There's something we're not seeing that because Sabine has this recipe for a reason, and maybe she got it somehow. Maybe it's some magical recipe she has or something. I don't know. We don't know.
I mean,
I mean, it's weirder things, stranger things happen.
I feel like we're gonna find out kind of like the ice cream with the Ice Queen kind of thing in the back.
Yeah.
It was the back half of what, season 4?
4.
Yeah.
4.
That was
So
that was just regular ice cream that was put a spell on it. This is like, what the fuck is in this shit?
yeah, I feel like maybe whatever ingredient she's getting has a spell on it.
Her
Or their
secret
magical, maybe they're magical ingredients.
Yeah.
Pixie dust.
Or she doesn't
like
know they're magical ingredients. She just knows it makes them taste good.
She's like, I got it from this shop. Like, it was in an alley in a hole in the wall.
The dragon's selling it to her.
But
yeah, it's right next to the dragon tails and the ear of Newt.
I do love that Rogers actually put together when he went and talked to Jacinda. He was like, okay. She's like, no, he's fine. After he's telling her that he did get on the flight and they found this car and stuff. She goes, no, he's fine. Look, he texted me. He goes, look at this text again. Is there anything about this text that's off? And she's like, Jay. No one else calls me Jay but Sabine. He goes, yeah, and Nick. Nick called you that the other night when we were in the bar.
Does Nick have scars? Yeah, but he's really self-conscious about them.
And then he saw the gingerbread freaking house in the car. Who got you? Where'd you get that? Basically. And she's like, oh, Nick got it for. Lucy. And he's just like, oh shit. Go home, lock the doors, don't call anyone, don't talk to anyone. Nick has, and
Nick is crazy.
Like, way to go, Rogers. Rogers right there just put everything together. And I was just like, yes, finally,
I can't wait till he wakes up.
I know, right? But then also him at the PD when Zelina and Margot comes in. She's like, Captain. He's like, no, I'm a detective. And she's like, oh, God. And then Margot's like, so my mom isn't crazy. There really is a serial killer.
Yes, Margot. Your mom is
a thing.
So yeah, they happen.
Fortunately.
But I like how
the conversation between her and Rumple went. It was kind of cool.
Yeah. I also like how Margot decides to stay for Tilly because that needs to be a thing.
It does need to be a thing, and
her mom's like, well, you got blonde reasons, or she's like,
Mom, it's too early. Stop! Don't jinx it.
But she already knows. She's just like, yeah, no, it's not too early, girlfriend.
No, she knows. Yeah, because obviously she knew about Tilly from Alice. So
yeah, so she knows. She's just like, our mama knows that already. Mama knows that. But yeah, the talk between Zelina and Rumple was really interesting. Even though Rumple, still really doesn't like her, but he's just like, this, okay, fine, I'll help you. And I love when he takes her to the evidence room. She goes, well, it's not a pawn shop, but,
That's a
neat little parallel, though.
It is. I'm liking. Yeah, I'm really liking how Weaver / Rumple is like, he's kind of the down to earth character right now, where he does have his feet kind of plopped in one spot, and he's kind of acting as
the somewhat rational one.
The rational one, yeah. He's got wise words because he is one of the only ones that is awake, and he just has the extra information and resources because he's a dark one. He kind of knows everything. He still has that oracle power even. We don't know how often he even taps into it, if he does anymore, but I mean, it's there. So there's a lot of possibilities, and it's just because of the time he spent with Belle and living with her until she died and him wanting to be with her is why. He's also very humbled.
I mean, and Zelina did say, he's like, why would I help you? She goes, because you want to be with Belle.
Like, shit.
And he's like, well, fine, I'll do it. I love that also that Zelina gave Margot / Robin her necklace. Right now it doesn't mean anything to her, but I know as soon as she wakes up, it will mean something to her.
Yeah.
And maybe she'll be a little bit of both. We know that she can do a little bit of magic. Nothing too.
I almost feel like she's gonna give it to Tilly when Tilly wakes.
She might.
Because I think that might be the key to curing her dad.
It might be, yeah. Or it might be her way to undo Gothel.
That too. Like, we know that Alice had powers, and they seem to be kind of like the healing sort, not because of like the flower, that whole like tangled lore with like the flower having healing properties. I feel like Alice herself is a healer. So for her to have like this whole time have the potential to cure her dad would be kind of ironic.
This is that Wizard of Oz logic, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
But we don't, I mean, she obviously is more prone to having powers because of who her mom is.
Yeah.
Whether or not because we still don't debate if she actually knows if Gothel is her mom or not. Because, I mean, even when Gothel came in and took her dad away, she was like, she didn't act like she knew that was her mom. I honestly do not think Hook told her. Because I don't think he wants her to know. Because why would you want your child to know that their mom is some evil?
It's not the fact that, maybe you shouldn't because of the reason. It's you should because of the reason, because of the reaction. Like, I don't think Alice is going to hate him for it, but some of the other characters would hold a massive grudge for seasons if this ever came out for them. So,
or maybe he was planning on telling her later, and
it just things happen.
And things happen, which sucks because I mean I understand because that's kind of a delicate, to sit down your kid and go, even at like 10, to sit down your kid and be like, yeah, so your mom.
Mm-hmm.
She was not. She didn't look like her profile picture at first. Let's start with that.
Right? No, I think he was waiting for when she got older to tell her because that's something she could probably handle.
Yeah.
Or might have started sprinkling little tidbits or something because she would have probably definitely wanted to ask and probably wanted to know. But I don't think he told her. Or maybe her time in the Chan Forest, she found, rumors. Because I'm pretty sure Hook's not the only one that knows.
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't want him to tell her just because I'm afraid there's going to be a whole falling out, and then it's going to be a thing for a couple of episodes. It's like, oh come on, like.
I don't know. I hope if she does find out, and what Nikki says that Robin does give the necklace to Alice, and Alice can use the necklace, and it's a big showdown between Gothel and mother-daughter showdown.
That would be interesting.
Because we haven't had that, and she has a lot to be angry at Gothel for. Not only for abandoning her, but for all the shit she's done to people she's loved.
I don't feel like Alice would be angry though.
I know, but I'm saying I think that she might be not necessarily angry, but she would be her takedown. There's more than one way to be, to take down someone without being angry.
Yeah, because she has a lot to protect and a lot to fight for, and yeah, I don't feel like she'd go the angry route. I mean that's just, even if they were planning for it, I don't think Alice's character as Tilly even could be angry.
No, they'd probably go maybe almost trying to redeem. Like we said, I still want to know what made Gothel this way, because there is a reason. You're not born evil.
Yeah,
evil is made.
I think we discussed this though. Like, there's an episode that sounds like it's I think it's actually maybe next episode or the one after that. It's a title that seems like it would be connected to Gothel. So
I hope, because I like to. I mean, even if it's just a 20-minute clip, a little piece or 15-minute piece of why she is the way she is, because then if something happens and it was able to, this happened and Alice was saying either you have two choices. You can do this, be kind of redeemed, or this is going to happen, that you're not going to be, and you're going to be banished or killed or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I have a feeling there's a reason, and I hope we get it.
I hope so. Next episode is episode 18, The Guardian. No synopsis, but it sounds like we're going to be learning a bit more about this Guardian. Who is it? What do they do? And where have they been?
And who it really is, because we have a lot of people that could possibly be the Guardian at this point.
I'm thinking it's because I had a few theories. I was thinking maybe it's Alice, maybe it's Baby Mo. I'm thinking it's Henry, because that seems like the obvious choice.
I mean, that's one way to go all the way back and tie it to season 2, where the boy will be your undoing.
Because I still think this prophecy has not been fulfilled.
Yeah.
I'm one of the few people who still thinks this. It's not talking about Henry. I honestly think it's talking about Baby Mo, but now I'm thinking maybe it's Henry again. But it was referring to this thing.
It does make sense, because it wouldn't be Rumple's undoing per se, but it would be taking his power away. And
and maybe finally he'll be with Bill the way he wants to be.
Yeah. So.
Well, and we don't. And Facilier wants this power. I don't think necessarily he wants to be the Dark One. He just wants the. You know what I'm talking about? It's like
he wants the powers of the Dark One. He doesn't want to be the Dark One.
The responsibility.
Yeah. He really doesn't want any responsibility. He's making people do his dirty work for him. And if you're the Guardian, you have to get your hands dirty. The Dark One.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or maybe you don't have. Maybe you just sit alone in your castle and not do anything. But no Dark One has ever done that, I'm sure.
So.
And then the episode after that one, The Guardian, that one's called Flower Child, which I'm thinking is the one that's going to be about Cosmo.
Okay.
Yeah. So 2 episodes from now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're getting so close to the end, guys. It's kind of making me sad.
Yeah, we only have, this was episode 18?
18.
Yeah, we only have
4
more episodes left.
One more month,
guys. We're going to be done. It's
sad. It's really sad.
But
I don't know. I'm going to cry. I'll cry. I'll cry the last episode. I'll cry.
I'll cry I'll probably cry when the episode starts. I'm gonna be like, "Shut up! It's not even started yet."
And I'll be heartless and salty the whole time.
My mom's gonna yell at me. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
We know that's how you just deal with it, Nikki.
I know.
You're just salty because you don't know how to deal with it any other way.
Mm-hmm. I spew salt, not tears.
So on that depressing note, that has been our show. Nikki, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyYVENOM24.
Rachel, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at VikingWitch76 and on Twitch at VikingWitch.
And you can find me and all of my giggles and gore and monsters and mayhem on Twitter. Tweet me at TheOptic.Life at TuNorWerland. That's TONOWBHERELEND. Join the Norland Society. And this is the Opinion Podcast for Once Upon a Time. And you can follow us here on Twitch, where you may be watching us. If you can't catch us here, catch us over on YouTube at ASOTV Podcast. Important links down below: Twitter, YouTube, the Google Plus, and the MySpace. And join our Discord. You can chat with us. And something like subscribe, whatever else. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Cleo's pouring the salt in chat.
Yep.